Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Moto In-Depth video. Today, we're going to be talking about Joe Shimoda's return. If you guys didn't know, some breaking news. Joe Shimoda is expected to make his 2023 Supercross debut in Atlanta this weekend. Let's hop right into it. If you guys didn't already know, obviously, Joe Shimoda is expected to make his 2023 debut after being injured for the first little bit of the season. First little bit is a little bit much. First half or full thing of the East Championship, because I think that's what he's going to race. So I mean, obviously he is if he's going to be racing this week in Atlanta. So all these pro circuit Kawasaki guys, notable guys that are down. I mean, Hammaker, Shimoda. I don't know. Oh Jesus, there's too many of them to count. Ryder D was injured. Jet Reynolds, I don't think is riding due to injury. I don't know. There's just so much going on in that trailer and that organization right now. That's got to be tragic. I mean, you have Chris Bloss and Carson Mumford as your top two guys this year. Now with McAdoo out, so obviously no Forkner, no McAdoo, not your superstars, right? So it's a little fun, I guess, to kind of speculate on what motocross will look like after we haven't seen these guys, and maybe they lose some of that training, endurance, whatever, and maybe they get a little extra time to prep for outdoors, knowing that they aren't going to do the Supercross series, which does suck for them for the Super Motocross playoff format. They take points from both Supercross and Motocross, which does kind of give a disadvantage to the guys who aren't racing Supercross. That's why I like this whole thing a lot, is because we're not seeing Joe Shimoda take the rest of the year off. He's going to come back. He's going to try to score points in Atlanta to give himself a chance at the Super Motocross playoff. Even though I think he'll be just fine if he just does the outdoors. But you never know when an injury will come around for the outdoors as well, because you could be like 8 weeks into outdoors and boom, injury. You're down and out, but you're expected out 4 weeks or however long to the Super Motocross playoffs, and you didn't score any points in Supercross, so you're kind of screwed. Hopefully he can, enjoy Atlanta before he goes to the East-West Showdown, which will be really interesting to see where guys like Deegan, I'm curious where J-Mart will kind of end up, but obviously Jet and Hunter, that should be a fun duo here in the East-West Showdown next week. Should be a fun predictions episode. If you guys don't know, I try to do predictions on all these and whatnot, so hopefully you guys like the new theme on the channel, I guess. The gradient face cam border, the logo down in the bottom right of the screen, and then kind of the tag up above me. So, yeah, just a quick, brief little saying on Joe Shimoda. I think he'll do well. I don't think that there will be anything terrible that goes wrong. I don't think he'll be outside of the top 10. I don't think he'll be in 7th. I think he'll be up there, top 5, first, round, and then headed to the East Rutherford, might be a 7th to 8th guy if he's slow to recover. But if he looks really good in Atlanta, I would not be surprised if he's up there in the mix for a top 3 or 5 in the East-West Showdown. But I think that's where he's at right now on the East Championship. You have some of these speedway style and motocross outdoor guys with obviously Hayden Deegan. I think he's East, right? That's the East side. I think so. So yeah, you got Hayden Deegan, J Mart, who are both expected to do well outdoors, especially J Mart. So you're headed to this more hybrid style track where they're calling it a raceway. It's a little bit longer. It's, you guys will understand once you guys see it, and if you guys haven't, frick it, I'll get the track map up right now, if I remember. So there's that as well, and yeah, I don't know. It should be interesting. The competition. Joe Shimoda really put it on, or poured it on. Last year in outdoors, he was the third best guy, in my opinion, in my eyes, after the season, or I guess towards the end of the season. Obviously, Justin Cooper made his case, but I think he'll be riding a 450. I've been seeing him test on a 250 for what reason, I don't know. Or it could be someone using his old bike with the 32 plate on it, but I've just seen the 32 on a 250 practicing with the star guys, and I'm like, dude, what is Justin Cooper doing back on a 250? I don't know what the plan is for that. I don't know if he's doing some 250 testing for the guys. I don't know, but I think that it's all right. It's all right. So, yeah, headed into Atlanta, I think Joe Shimoda will be a top 3 to 5 guy. I think that if he gets onto the podium, he'll be headed towards a good rest of the year. East Rutherford, we got Nashville, Denver, and Salt Lake. I don't know, because so Salt Lake is the East-West showdown at the end of the year, so he'd have 2 more appearances, I guess 3 more. So he had Atlanta, and then after that he'd have Rutherford, Nashville, and Salt Lake. So he will have still quite a few races, good sample size here for us to evaluate slash analyze at the end of the year here. So yeah, kind of brief, kind of just quick little video on Joe Shimoda. So hopefully I want to see him do well. He's one of my favorite riders actually. So go Shimoda. I'll see you guys next time.